multiplying wealth. That morning, as the new day's sunlight stretched across the academy's courtyard, the master entered the lecture hall, bringing a simple question that made the whole class ponder. What do we truly understand about money? An unusual silence filled the room. The entrepreneurs looked at each other, each lost in their own stream of thoughts. One boldly spoke up. "Master, money is material. It is a medium to exchange and possess what we need." The master smiled, his eyes shining as if piercing through every thought. Correct, but not enough. If money is merely material, it will lose its meaning when people do not know how to use it. Money is not simply something held in our hands. Money is energy, it is information, and it is a reflection of the value we create in this life. Stepping up to the podium, he gently continued. When we perceive money as energy, we understand that money does not stand still. Money flows from one person to another, from a place of lesser value to a place of greater value. Just like energy, money is only sustainably retained by those who know how to manage and create value. He paused, looked at the class, and shared a scenario. Imagine a business. If that business knows how to transform money into a better quality of life and create value for the community, the cash flow will naturally return to it. But if money is only hoarded without generating value, it will quickly slip away. A cautious entrepreneur asked, "Master, how can my business become a place where cash flow pours in?" The master nodded and continued to share. It starts with you. Establish faith in yourself and the products or services you provide. That faith is your lifeline. Next, seek consensus from the community, people who believe in the value you bring. When your faith is solid and the consensus is large enough, money will naturally find its way as an inevitable consequence. Stepping closer, his voice seeming to touch every entrepreneur's mind. Money is not just energy, it is also information. Businesses like Apple or Tesla didn't start by having a lot of money in hand. They started with intellect, a special form of information. He elaborated. Steve Jobs didn't build the Apple brand from luxurious buildings or expensive technology. He started with intellect, with the ability to envision a breakthrough product. It was that intellect that attracted the brightest minds, created the most advanced technology, and expanded a global ecosystem. Looking at the class, his eyes brimming with conviction. When you understand money is information, you will believe that intellect is the core foundation for all sustainable growth. Money can be lost, technology can become obsolete, but intellect will infinitely grow if we keep learning and creating. He asked each entrepreneur, "Do you have faith in yourself and your products? Are you ready to cultivate your intellect, mindset, personality, character, and capacity to attract the community's consensus? Are you building your brand from intellect, from people, or merely from material things?" A timid entrepreneur replied, "Master, how can I start when I don't have much money?" The master smiled, his voice full of encouragement. Money is not the starting point. Intellect and people are the foundation. When you focus on enriching your intellect and building a team of standard-meeting individuals, money will naturally come. Do not be afraid not to have much investment capital. Fear not to have the intellect to manage the cash flow. He continued explaining, in a business, money does not lie in the products or services. Money lies in how people conduct themselves and their work. If people do not cultivate their intellect, mindset, personality, and character, no matter how good they are at their jobs, it won't last. But when people reach the standard, money not only comes, but it multiplies and flourishes. He spoke further, his voice full of determination. Money is the result of the value humans create. Any business that understands this will attract an infinite flow of money. That is not magic, it is an inevitable law. He concluded the lecture, his eyes gleaming with hope as he advised, remember that money is not the goal, but a tool to serve humanity. When you perceive money as energy and information, you will no longer be attached to possession. Instead, you will know how to let cash flow naturally find you through the values you create. Build your business from intellect and people. Do not be afraid to start small, but always maintain grand faith and creative mindset. When we change our perception of money, we will see that money is no longer a burden, but a refreshing breeze bringing endless opportunities. Remember, entrepreneurs build people, people build the business. I realized that to master money, one must first master themselves, and in every step, let intellect lead the way, because that is the true source of sustainable wealth. The story ended, but this new awareness of money had opened a new journey, where all values begin with people and intellect.